Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Saturday, April 29th, 2023. It is a rainy day here in New Jersey, and the water level has come up in most of the ponds around here, so I figured I would try to run my drain pipe pattern. I haven't had a chance to do this in quite a while. I think it might have been a couple of years. But we got high water, we got water moving out of a lot of the drain pipes around here, so I think I'm just going to do a milk run and see what I can't catch. I'm going to start by tossing around a jig, which is my favorite lure for running this pattern, and we're just going to see what happens. That didn't take long. I didn't even move this thing. I did not even move it. I must have put this right on top of his head. Look at that. Nice pound and a half largie, maybe? Off to a fast start. Can't complain about that. See if anybody else is home. There we go. I think they are on the pipes. Just call me Danny boy, 'cause the pipes are calling. There we go. This one might be a little bit better. He's not bad. There we go. There's a fat one. This one might be pushing 2 pounds or so. Look at that. That's a little football. He's a chunky monkey. Alrighty. God, it's been not even 10 minutes probably. That's 3 fish. Ooh, that felt like a hit. Oh, that was a hit for sure. Look at that. Took my trailer. Well, most of it anyway. All right, time for a new one. That's a good sign. It had been a few minutes since my last bite. I'm starting to get spoiled here. If I don't get hit every 2 or 3 minutes, I start worrying. There we go. I think this might have been the one that stole my trailer before, because he's small. He probably just nipped at the trailer and I ripped it off. But all right, it's another one. That's 4 off of this pipe, which is it's usually about the max that I get off a single pipe. But I'm gonna keep fishing it for a little bit longer, and I'm gonna see if there aren't 1 or 2 more around. If there are, they should bite, because they are definitely on the chew today. All right, guys, well, the jig bite seems to have tapered off, so I'm going to hit them with a 1-2 punch. I got my other rod here. I got it rigged up with a wacky rigged Senko, 6 inches, and I'm hoping that whatever didn't hit the jig will hit this wacky rig. There we go. Give him the old 1-2. Not a big fish, but it is a fish. Alrighty, bite still on. There we go. Oh, he's off. Nuts. That was definitely a fish too. Oh, look at that boil. That might have been a nice fish, guys. But that's good. We got action on the Senko. All right, guys. Well, it seems like the bite here has pretty much dried up. So I think if I stayed here, I could probably pick off fish, new fish, as they move up into this area. But I think it would be a better idea to move around, find some more pipes, and see if I can't find some fresher fish. So I will see you with the next pipe. All right, guys, here we are at the next spot. The current is ripping out of here, so I've actually got pretty high hopes. Huh, interesting, guys. Nothing doing on the jig out here. I got a couple of little taps, which I think might have been white perch, because I know they will set up here when the current is coming out, but nothing I could have mistaken for a bass. So I'll tell you what, there's 2 other drain pipes close by here, so I'll fish those pipes with this jig, and then I will go back through with the Senko and fish those same drain pipes. All right, guys, well, didn't get anything on the jig on these 3 drain pipes, so I broke out the Senko and I'm gonna see if that grabs them. It's very interesting how I was getting crazy bites on that first drain pipe and then 3 others, nada. And again, when does fishing ever make sense? It's one of the reasons why we all love it, isn't it? Well, guys, very interesting. Nada from these 3 pipes. Not even on the wacky rig. And I would think with how aggressive they were at the first pipe, if they were there, they'd be biting. So I don't think I'm going to waste any more time here, and I am going to move on to the next set of pipes. All right, guys, here we are at the last 2 pipes on this pond. We got an outflow tucked in the corner behind that tree. And then we got an inflow by the dam. And I'm gonna fish both of them, starting with the jig, and we will see what happens. There we go. Wow, I had to get right up on that pipe. Good fish, though. He just stopped it dead. I thought I might have been hung up on something. Look at that. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna release him over here in case there's more fish up on that pipe. I don't wanna spook him. Nice fish. Almost 2 pounds. All right. Okay, guys, no more action on the jig or the Senko. But interesting turn of events. I decided to take a few casts in this outflow here, and I noticed some fish milling around, some of them decent size. They look to me like some kind of herring or shad. So I've got a little curly tail grub tied on, and I'm gonna give it a few minutes and see if I can't hook up with something here. It'd be really interesting if I could. Might add a little variety to the day. Okay, I got one of them on here. I think I snagged it. Yeah, it's in his back. Wow, he's just taking off. Oh, I got him up against some sticks here. There we go. Bringing him up. What is he? Got him in there pretty solid. Big fish. I don't know how I'm going to get him up. I'm going to have to see if I can maybe get over here and slide him up on shore. Come on. I think I know what it is. I just got to get a better look at it to confirm. Oh, buddy. Oh, he popped off. All right, you know what? Given by the color and the shape of its head, I'm gonna say that that was a gizzard shad, which means these things aren't gonna bite. They don't eat lures. So it's probably not worth my while to keep fishing for them. He's sitting right out there. I can still see him. So, all right, at least I got a positive ID on him. And I know not to waste any more time. So I think what I'm gonna do is, before I bail in this pond and start looking for pipes elsewhere, I'm gonna hit that first pipe again and see if any fresh fish have moved up. All right, guys, here we go, the magic pipe. I'm gonna start with the Senko this time. We'll see if anything wants to play here. There we go. All right. Still some magic left. Easy, pal. All righty. He had that thing way down in there. He was hungry. There we go. Ah, this is the smallest one yet, but he counts. All right. I wonder if that fish has been here a while or if he just came up. Well, guys, I gave it another 15 or so minutes with the Senko and with the jig and didn't get any more bites. But this spot definitely paid off. I got, what, 7 bass off of this one pipe? So all the other spots I hit have quite a bit to live up to. But I'm just gonna go ahead and head to the next pond right now, so I will see you in a couple of seconds. All right, guys, here we are at the next pipe. Truth be told, water's not coming out of here at quite the clip I would have hoped, but there is definitely some flow, and this is the only drain pipe on this particular pond. So if this pattern is working here, it's gonna be right there. So let's drop the jig in and see who's home. There we go. Is he still on? No, he fell off. That was definitely a fish though. I heard him splashing around. Line got cut up a little bit, probably on the lip of that pipe. Gonna retie it and drop back in, see if we can't get another bite. Here we go. Oh, he's off. Wow. He grabbed it and took off with it. How come he didn't get stuck? Man. They could be small fish. They could be pickerel. Or they just could be more tentative in this pond. I don't know. I don't think he felt the hook, so he might bite again. All right, guys. Well, it got rocked on the first couple of casts, but nothing further on the jig. So, gonna throw around the wacky rig now. See if I can't get some of these light biters around this pipe. Also, it's misting rain right now, and it's blowing right into my face and onto the camera lens. So, my apologies if the visibility isn't very good. All right, I gave it a fair shake and no more action, so I'm not gonna waste any more time here. On to the next pond. All right, guys, here we are at the next pipe. I don't know if you can see the pipe right there, but I'm sure you can see the current coming out of it. And just like the last pond, this is the only pipe on this pond. So if they're on the pipes, they're right here. All right, guys, nothing here on the jig, and I don't think I'm gonna waste my time throwing the Senko around for two reasons. One, I don't have very much confidence in this spot, and two, every pipe that has had fish on it, the fish have been on the jig. I know that once the jig wore out its welcome, I was able to get some extra fish on the Senko, but initially they wanted that jig. So if I'm not getting bit on the jig right away, I don't think there's very many fish here. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this spot behind, and I think I'm gonna try one more pond before I call it quits. All right, guys, here we go. Last stop. There's a couple of drain pipes on this pond that I'll fish. Kind of wish that rain would start up again, which is something I never thought I would say during a day of fishing, but when the bite is predicated on stormwater flow, you want that rain coming down. Well, I am not seeing any current at all coming out of these drain pipes, and I'm not getting any bites. So I think the bite window for the drain pipe pattern has officially slammed shut. If I had gotten to this pond earlier when it was still raining pretty steady and we had water coming out of these pipes, things might have been different. But as it stands right now, I am going to call it a day. Pretty nice day, actually. Landed a bunch of bass, mostly off of that one drain pipe. You know, in retrospect, maybe I should have just camped out there for the rest of the afternoon. But hey, you know what? I'm not complaining. I caught plenty of fish and had a lot of fun today. And I love doing the drain pipe pattern. I just wish that the conditions didn't have to be so specific for it to work, because I would love for the fishing to be that good all the time. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.